Hello friends, welcome to Easy Learning. In my last JWT token video, I have talked about how JWT looks like, how to get started with JWT token in order to communicate REST APIs, and we covered about the difference between session-based token management versus JWT authentication token management. And we saw that the component comprised of a JWT token. So we talked about headers, payload, and the signature verification along with some few of the algorithms and claims API. So in this tutorial, I'll be talking how to get started with hands-on of Spring Boot application in JWT token. So using JWT token and Spring Boot application, I'll be talking about how to create an application and microservice to deal with JWT token. So let's get started. So guys, you can see that in order to work with Spring Boot with JWT, I'll be telling you the 6th step. Using these 6 steps, you can build your own microservice or Spring Boot application to deal with JWT. That means you need to have a JWT token in order to communicate between two microservices, right? So if you have a API 1 and you want to communicate this with API 2, you need to have JWT token, right? Without JWT token, you will not be able to communicate. That is how the authentication comes into picture. So that is how we authorize the users to access few of the things, right? So let's get started, guys. How we can do that using Spring Boot REST application and JWT. So the very first step is to add the JWT dependency. Guys, you can see that I have created a JWT Spring Security microservice. This is just a plain Spring Boot application where we have a Spring Boot application class, main class created. So now the first step is add the JWT dependencies. So I am using a Maven based project, so I'll be adding in my pom.xml these 3 dependency. The first dependency is important for JWT is JJWT, that comes from io.json web token, and the second dependency is Spring Boot starter web, because I will be using some REST APIs in order to communicate the APIs or in order to see some output. So I will be using REST Web MVC. And the third is Spring Boot Starter Security, that runs for the JWT as a base. So these 3 dependency I have added it in pom.xml. Now my second step is to create a configuration class. So because I am going to work with JWT, so we need to have some configuration class created. So guys, as we know that we need to override a configure method in order to authenticate the API. So let's create a package called config. I've created a package called config, and you can see that there is a JWT config class which will have a configure method overridden. So you can see that any request which comes with rest/anything ** has to be authenticated, and I'm telling Spring that please authenticate the method which comes with starting with rest, and I'm telling the server that make this as stateless, so that next time if anyone wants to use that, it has to go through authentication and they have to pass the token, they have to prove for their claims, right? That is how we do the authentication basically. So in the configuration method, we are just in the configuration class we have just configured method, and the next step for this is create the token controller, right? So this is where we will be having a controller which will create a token for me. So in the controller I have 2 controllers. One is token controller, which will give me the token based on this post mapping by passing this user detail, right? So this is a POJO which will be having 3 fields called username, ID and role. You can pass username and password also as per your requirement, but I have passed it here username, ID and role. So this same POJO I want to pass it here as part of the request body in order to generate the token. So the first step is to generate the token here. So we'll be passing this and it will go to generate method, right? So once it will go to generate method, we'll see in the next one. So create a JWT user model. As I showed that in order to have a token created, I need to pass the JWT, right? So that this is what the third step which we saw now. Now create a JWT generator and validator class. So as we know that it will go to generate method as soon as we try to generate the token, it will go to generate method. So we need to create a class called generator, which is nothing but inside the security JWT generator class, and it accepts my user. And as I mentioned that it will have a claims API. This is nothing but an IO JSON web token that is coming from this JWT 0.6.0 jar, and it will have a claim API. You can see that this is nothing but an interface claims that extends a map of a string object. So it is passing this subject as my username. It will call a subject in terms of claims, and it will set the user ID and role, right? So basically we are setting all the fields, and also in the claims you can set a few more fields as I will show here. Like if you want your fields to JSON to see that you want to make it the expiration period, you can say that set expiration as a date, and set issuer, who has issued that, issued at what time or which date it has been issued, and the audience for this. So all the stuff you can play around with it in order to deal with the claims. So as soon as your claims has been created, right, you are ready to use the builder pattern here. So you can see that that comes from the JJWT 6.0 jar which we have included, and it will have a claims algorithm. So as I mentioned that we are having a many other algorithms to deal with. So in this example I am using HS512 with the key secret. So this secret key will be taking an important role for handshaking, and then it will compact that and it will send this it will generate a JWT token for me. So that is why we have created generator, and then it will, once you hit using this token, once you hit any API, it will go to the JWT validator and it will validate here. So it will check for your body and decode all the fields. If everything goes fine, you are with the same fields and all the same using the same token, then it will using the same secret which I was talking about here. Okay, then it will return the JWT user and you are ready to pass the validation. So once your validation has been passed, you are ready to hit this hello controller, and it's basically you will get this output, right? So this is what this step talks about. So now JWT authentication token filter for the authentication in JWT authentication provider. For the provider authentication we need to create. So you can see that in the security I have created JWT authentication filter. Once the once you hit this API passing your JWT, it will go to this and it will validate that whether in your header authorization is there or not, and your any kind of keyword you can give here. But for me I have given bearer space, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 characters. That's why I have given substring of 7 as a authentication token. So first it will check header is there with authorization or not, then it will check if your header is null, then directly it will throw JSON token is missing, right? Because you have not included in header. If you have included, or it will check header starts with bearer or not. If it starts with bearer, then all fine. It will go here and authenticate this token and you are ready to be authenticated properly. Then once the authentication is done, it will go for the validation in the provider, JWT authentication provider, and it will validate. If your user is null, that means you have not passed the validation, then the JWT token is incorrect, it will throw, or else it will go for the grant authorities, and finally your authorization has been done based out of this token. So at the last you will be able to hit this hello controller and the hello method of a get mapping, and you will get the output. So guys, let's start the server and see that how we can work with JWT token to hit this API. So start the server. So you can see that server started on 8084 port, and we will be hitting this API. Go to the Postman, right? So hit localhost 8084, right? You can see that we are not able to hit this because JWT is missing, right? So now create a new tab and create a JWT token here. So as I said that this is a post method, and you need to pass, in order to create it will go to this controller, pass this token along with user in the request body, user in the request body, right? I'll be passing it in body as part of my raw JSON as a user details. So you can see that first according to Pojo, username, ID and role, right? So let's pass that username as, let's say, Rihan, ID as, let's say, 123, and the role, let's say, developer, right? And if you pass this, so guys, you can see that it has generated a token for me. So I said that this token will be generated based out of algorithms and the claim settlement during this Pojo and the JWT token. So let's see that. So I'm using this JWT.io website to see that token is validated or not. Whereas you can see that the first part is a header which is telling that HS512 algorithm I have used. You can see that in my authentication filter right here, that we have used it JWT token, right? HSWT. So we have so many algorithms, but we have used HS512 in order to generate this. And the payload which we have sent as part of the Pojo, subject is nothing but your username, as I mentioned, user ID is 123, role is developer. This is the separated with a period, and the second part is the payload. The third is important, verify signature, which is in this blue color. So our secret is nothing but here secret, right? As soon as you give the secret, you see that your signature has been verified successfully. So you have header encoded, base64 encoded header, base64 encoded payload, and the combination of these two along with the secret, your signature has been verified. That means our key is proper. So let's use this key in order to pass, right? In order to pass to this API. So as I mentioned that it will go here and it will verify that in your header authorization has been set or not. Let's see here, as I mentioned here, that it will go to this authentication token filter. It will see that header has been included with authorization or not, and it has been passed with bearer space or not. So as per this, we will be passing it bearer space your token, right? As soon as you hit enter, it, because we have provided JSON, so it will come here and it will go for authentication, and finally the Spring, you can see that it goes to Spring Core 4.2.jar which we have included, and then it will come up with the validation methodology, and it will be validated here based out of these things. The role, user ID, it will decode out of this, it will decode all these fields for me, and it will see that finally the same JSON token, web token I am using. Once it is validated, it will give me the output of hello friends, welcome to Easy Learning. So let's see that and verify here. So guys, you can see that our API is working as soon as we use the JWT token. So guys, that's how you can work with JWT token. So if you like the video, please go ahead and hit like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel Easy Learning, so please go ahead and subscribe my channel. And if you want me to create any other videos on any topic, or if you have any kind of doubt in this, please ping me in the comment section so that I can help you out there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.